And, how did you get involved in the war?
Originally I went to West Point Military Academy, United States Military Academy for college, and upon graduation you are a commissioned officer. Got assigned to the Ranger Battalion outside of Fort Benning, Georgia. It was the 75th Infantry 1st Battalion. And from there, having been qualified sniper, pathfinder, a bunch of other schools that I attended, they created these three-man teams, which were made up of a Marine Recon, a Navy SEAL, and an Army Ranger. And it was kind of this was before even they're all popular now, using the words black ops or special mission. We just did things that they didn't call it that then, but the three-man teams were inserted to do certain things. It was also the forerunner to things like Delta Force that came like 20 years later, but it was that concept was treated. And so from there, pretty much any time, if you were in green and walking, you got sent over there. So we went right over, and it was 1968.
Right. So how did you view the war? Did you
then or now?
then?
Then it was how do you put this? It was exciting because it was an opportunity to see if all of my training was going to pay off. You know what I mean? Like, and I came from my father was military, and so a very strict upbringing. I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up at that age, so he said, well, then the best place for you to go is go become an officer in the military. It'll give you time to mature and maybe figure out what you want to do. So I came from a background of, succeeding and hard work, and so this was an opportunity to go see if what I had been trained to do actually, so that part of it was exciting. Now, that quickly changed. I mean, when you're in the military, unfortunately for all of you, you see all these movies and you have this Hollywood version of what it's really like. Let me just tell you in one word, it basically sucks. Everything about it, okay? There's nothing glorious about it. It's humping 150-pound packs. It's trudging through whatever. You're tired, achy, sore, and then people are trying to kill you. So on top of an ugly day, someone's trying to blow your head off. So anyway, once I was over there, getting used to the heat was immediately an issue. And then the fact that we were always on highly classified missions, we were kind of separate from what was going on mainstream in their real world, so to speak. So we were behind the scenes kind of stuff. So again, now if you ask me what I look at it back on it, I still can't believe to this day, having done a lot of reading and research, I can't believe we made mistakes that had already been made over there. And again, if we're talking about United States now, we're supposed to be the most powerful, most knowledgeable, most of whatever. I'll give you an example. The French ruled that area, and the Vietnamese beat them. And the last battle was at Dien Bien Phu. It's a little town, hamlet kind of thing in the valley with mountains all around it. And the French set up camp there. So the Vietnamese just kept lobbing stuff on until they gave up, cut them off of all food, boom, they surrender, French leave. Americans come in. Where do you think we set up camp?
Where the French set up
Dien Bien Phu. So I mean, where was the and they teach you this at West Point. Learn from history, and don't make the same mistakes. And I mean, one of the things that now looking back on it, I didn't have all this knowledge then. I was just a kid. I look back on it now, it's like, holy crap, you never learn from your mistakes. I mean, why would we do that? Yeah. So anyway, and then we went and did it. We did it all over again. We're doing it all over again in Afghanistan, and we did it again in, I don't know.
So you talked about how you were, you had like a little 3-man team. What was your role in that?
Each mission we'd rotate, meaning at one mission I was point and security, another mission I was the hitman, another mission it was like front door, back door kind of thing. It was like 3 of me. We just knew each other, we knew everybody's moves, we knew everything about each other, and you could close your eyes and rest easy knowing that the other 2 had your back. Very tight-knit, highly trained. We spent every minute together.
Were you in any like major battles?
Not battles. Firefights?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, several. We got ambushed once. That was a real... That's the not fun part.
So I'm assuming during the time you had a mother and a father, right?
Yep.
How did they like that you went over?
They were very proud of me having graduated from West Point. Obviously, Mom didn't want me to go into Dad secretly, on the side, go get him, son, make us proud. But he was enlisted. He was not officer when he was in. He was in the Korean War.
Uh-huh.
And he was an enlisted man. He made it to sergeant. But, and then he got wounded, and he spent most of the rest of the Korean War in Italy. He got shot, I don't know, several months into the conflict over there, and then they sent him to the hospital in Italy, and then he served out the rest of his time running an office kind of thing, because he was a smart guy, just hadn't gone to college yet. And then when he got back from the military, he put himself through college, doing night school and taking courses.
Was there any like lasting impact on you? Now that you
other than there's times that you'll never forget, and then there's you wonder, what was. Now I do. I look back on like, really, what did we really accomplish? Except, you see, as you get older, you do get wiser. And I mean, only you think you are, all right? So maybe I'm not. But I look back on it and I say, maybe all of that had to happen. All that senseless waste of money, lives, all this crap. Maybe that all had to happen because now look at Vietnam. It's successful again. It's its own entity. We're now going back. You know what I mean? It's like, really, did anybody actually foresee that happening? Because if you ask me, in 1960, at the end of 68, 69, was there anything going to be left of that place? No, it was going to be a burnt freaking parking lot by the time we got done with it. But you know what I'm saying? Now look at it. And then the biggest thing that bothers me is that I still can't figure out why we send 18-year-olds to fight our wars.
Were you 18 when you went?
No, I was 23.
23. How long were you there for?
About a year, a little over a year. So anyway, if I could, we'd send all the 50-year-olds. It's such a waste.
Why, just knowledge or just...
No. Then you wouldn't fight. You wouldn't be a war. There'd be no wars because 50-year-olds can't fight. Strap them on with a 100-pound pack, have them hump through a 100-degree jungle, and they're going to die just doing that. They won't, not a shot will be fired. Both sides will just croak. It's stupid.
Thanks, Vic.